Hello everybody, we are back here after part 2 doing the Hooded Figure story. Now we are gonna go ahead and continue with the main story. This is not part of the main story, but I'm just gonna grab it
I'm
anyways.
short on good help. Efficient. You'll see. We sighted a ship. You'll find the people. Thank you, friend. I'll answer what I can.
Oh, okay, well this was upstairs, so we gotta come back in here and go downstairs. Okay, right here's your door outside, because that's where you're well, that is where I spawned at after the main story. It's probably gonna be a little bit different for everybody. Now, I'm gonna go take a quick look at the map.
No idea what she's doing. Did I ever risk your lives like this?
Now, based on what I'm seeing, the Harborage, which is the main area for the main story, is not here. But, if I go check the map again, if I come over here and check Stone Falls, for me, it shows it. For you guys, it won't. But for me, the Harborage is right here. I can show you where one more Harborage location is if I zoom out again. Back to here. Lanumbra over here.
Have to evacuate.
Then one other Harborage is right
Rana
here.
has no idea what she's doing. Did I ever risk your lives like this?
So I'm gonna zoom back out and go and teleport over here. If you guys don't have the gold to teleport, you can always go, if you already did what I recommended last time and got into a guild, go look for your guildmates and find a guildmate that's in that zone, and you should be able to teleport to them.
There you are.
Now that I'm in the main zone, right here's the prophet.
There you are, Vis.
Now that I have the prophet, so I have the main storyline. Now if I zoom out and I'll click on the find the Harborage. Okay, now that I have that pinged on my map, I can see it up there, even though I have my mini map. But now I know where the Harborage is at, which is the main story. So I'm gonna go back over towards the Harborage. And also, I am gonna grab this lore book while I'm right here, because it looks to be a lore book right here. Yeah, it's right here. It's useful to grab those when you see them. You guys aren't gonna have all the little maps pings that I have. All the lore books and such that you see on my map, that's because of my add-ons, so you guys won't have that, just to make a fair warning. Well, that hurt a little bit. Looks like the Harborage is like right here somewhere. Okay, yeah, right here is your Harborage for this area. I showed you on the map for the other one about where it was. There's 3 of them though. I forget where the last one is off the top of my head. Also, just so you know, for the main story quests, most of the main story is solo, but there is still a lot of other stuff that you can do that is multiplayer. Like when you hit level 10, you can start doing dungeons, and dungeons are multiplayer. Those are in groups of 4. Then later on, well, after you've been playing the game for a while, you can do trials.
Welcome to the Harborage. Despite my... Enter my mind, Vestige. and walk with me through the shadows of past events.
Oh yeah, also, if you guys were wondering about my appearance, that is because between this episode and last episode, I went and customized
Follow
my
me,
appearance.
Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis. My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world.
For most of this quest, I'm gonna not talk because this is kind of listening to his story, or an important part of the story.
The prophecies of the Elder Scrolls are a fluid, living thing. They are not fixed. At many points throughout history, the actions of heroic mortals have rewritten them.
What does that have to do with me?
I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions.
What are the Five Companions?
The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the Dragon God, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn.
Dragonborn?
The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn can ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City.
Who was this leader?
Baron Aquilarius, the son of Colovian Duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Baron was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition.
Go on.
You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the Five Companions yourself and witnessed their fate.
Okay, now we gotta let him walk again. I'm gonna let you guys listen again.
The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abnathan, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Saha, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamako, the traitor, the king of the words, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner. These were the Five Companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings.
How could the Amulet of Kings turn Baron into one of the Dragonborn?
Manamako convinced Baron that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Baron as one of the Dragonborn.
Why did Baron want to be a Dragonborn?
By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Baron conquered Citadel and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender.
Tell me about
Each
the
of
other
the Five Companions were chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about?
Tell me about Lyris Titanborn.
You've already met Lyris. She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim to the north. and it is said that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Beren chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal bodyguard.
Tell me about Sayahan.
Sayahan came from a long line of Red Guard swordmaster nobles. He was the leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Beren and the Elder Council. While Lennis was Beren's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group.
Tell me about Abertharn.
The Tharns are one of the most influential families in Citadel. Abner, their patriarch, is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Beren was able to seize the Imperial throne years before.
I've heard enough about these three. What about Manimarco?
Manimarco, the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Beren to perform the ritual you are about to witness.
What happened when they performed the ritual?
Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
Goodbye.
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Manimarco, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Manimarco, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Alessia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This is
This is supposed to happen.
It's performed
The meaning of this.
because many
Manimarco, what have you done?
the god of schemes.
The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Moloch Baal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh! Forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
The ritual tore the veil between Nairn and Oblivion, allowing Manimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the dark anchors and initiate the plane meld.
What went wrong?
Akatosh gave Alessia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nairn. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Alessia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra.
What happened next?
Manimarco tricked Beren into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nairn was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Dust. It gave Moloch Baal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nairn from their hosts.
What happened to the other companions?
Beren was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Manimarco and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Moloch Baal.
What about Abertharn and Manimarco?
Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Trivio rules as Empress Regent. But the true power remains in the hands of Manamako and his worm cult.
How did you end up in Cold Harbor?
When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manamako got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me.
Saw you as a threat?
The truth is always a threat to evil men. Manamako feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of man's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Moloch Baal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me.
Goodbye.
Long ago it was written, so long as the amulet of kings was borne by Alessia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of oblivion. But the soul burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Moloch Baal the opportunity he desired. Moloch Baal's dark anchors pierced the twin veil as he controlled down into the depths of Coldfire. These terrible angels of destruction appearing all throughout Tamriel.
Yeah, those are events you can find all the way across Tamriel. They'll look like that. But they're gonna be everywhere. Like, there's gonna be a few in every zone.
If the Lord of Brutality and Domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plain metal. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity. And so it falls to us, Visage. We must stop Moloch Baal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the Harborage?
Yes, I'm ready to go back.
As you say.
Goodbye.
And so it begins, and there is so much to do. We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first you have already met.
Lyris Titanborn?
Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time.
What should I do in the meantime?
Minamako's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents, wherever they can be found, and expose their lies.
I'll do what I can.
Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage.
Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I am going to call it here. Bye.